Formagi YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vauer engage ho jn our video ko ntk deck and the day began like any other. Sunlight streamed through the window, but no birds sang. The air felt heavy, thick, and almost tangible. I walked outside, expecting the usual city sounds. There were none. Cars moved, but the engines were silent. People passed by, speaking, laughing, but no sound reached me. I touched my own throat, whispering, but my voice did not return. The world looked normal, but it felt wrong. Leaves rustled without a sound. Dogs barked silently in the distance. A chilling realization grew inside me. I was alone in a world that had lost its voice. My heart beat louder than everything else. I ran, hoping to find someone, anyone, who could hear. Every step echoed only in my mind. A sudden shadow fell across the street. I turned, expecting a person, but nothing moved. Then the ground trembled slightly under my feet. Something approached, unseen, unheard, yet unmistakably present. I froze, feeling its gaze on me. The air grew colder, heavier, suffocating. My own body felt alien, as if I was no longer part of this silent world. And then, from the emptiness around me, I sensed a movement, deliberate, right behind me. I could feel the presence inches away, though I could see nothing. The hairs on my arms stood on end. I tried to turn my head, but my neck felt heavy, almost paralyzed. A strange pressure pushed against my chest, making it hard to breathe. My eyes darted across the empty street, searching for the impossible. The silence around me was absolute, yet somehow it screamed in my mind. Every instinct screamed to run, but my legs refused to obey. A gust of wind swept past me, carrying no sound, no scent, no sign of life. Only the eerie awareness that I was not alone. I whispered my own name, hoping the sound would return, hoping for some sign that this was real. Nothing. The shadow moved again, closer now, though still unseen. A low vibration tickled the soles of my feet, a subtle warning I could feel but not hear. The world seemed suspended in time, stretched like a thin sheet across an endless void. I stumbled forward, heart hammering. Streetlights flickered, yet gave no illumination, as if the light itself had been muted. I reached a corner, hoping to find someone, a shop, anything alive. The walls of the buildings loomed around me, unnaturally tall, unnaturally silent. Windows stared like empty eyes. A sudden chill ran through me, freezing my blood. I sensed a figure standing in the alleyway ahead. It did not move, yet it was impossibly close. I could feel its attention, piercing, focused, aware. My skin prickled as if tiny needles danced across it. I wanted to scream, to run, to escape, yet I remained rooted in place. A flash of movement caught the corner of my eye. I turned, expecting a person. Nothing, but the shadow's presence pressed harder now, like a weight on my mind. I tried to blink, hoping it was a trick of my imagination. The air shifted around me, colder, heavier, dense. I swallowed, my throat dry, as if the silence had stolen every sound my body could make. My heartbeat roared in my ears, the only sound I could feel. The figure, or whatever it was, stepped closer. I sensed the ground vibrating with each step, though no footfall appeared. A smell, faint but sickly sweet, drifted toward me. I gagged, trying to step back. The shadow moved again, closer, just beyond my vision. Then I felt it brush my shoulder. Cold, bone-chilling. I spun around violently, but the street was empty. My chest heaved as panic surged. I felt the air tighten around me, pressing in from all sides. Something whispered in my mind, not with sound, but with thought. Do not turn. I froze. The alley I had passed before now seemed alive, twisting, bending unnaturally. Walls stretched upward like they were breathing. The shadow's presence surrounded me now, almost tangible, almost suffocating. I stumbled backward, my foot catching on uneven pavement. I fell hard, scraping my hands on the rough concrete. Pain flashed through me, but I could not scream. The shadow drew nearer, its attention focused entirely on me. The streetlight flickered violently, plunging me into a darkness so complete it felt solid. I tried to crawl backward, but the weight in the air held me in place. It whispered again, in my mind, clearer this time. You are alone. I realized then that it was true. The world had abandoned me to this silence. Not just the absence of sound, but the absence of everything familiar. Every instinct I had screamed danger, but there was no one to warn me, no one to save me. The shadow pressed against my vision, not visible, but unavoidable. I could feel its eyes boring into me, cold and patient. My chest ached with the effort of breathing, my mind reeled with fear. Then, just as suddenly, it stopped. The street was silent once more, unnaturally still. I dared not move. Minutes, or was it hours, passed. I could feel the shadow lingering, waiting. I felt compelled to look over my shoulder, though I knew what would happen if I did. My body shook as I slowly turned.